and welcome to the channel. My name is Annalisa and I am planning on taking part in Inktober this year. Like maybe possibly the whole thing. Last year I did it for a week and I did it with watercolors because that's what I mainly was wanting to teach myself at that time. And now I feel a lot more comfortable with watercolors, although I still have a lot to learn. But I am wanting to branch out into some inks. So I'm actually going to be planning to use inks this year, and I plan to do it for every day. Now obviously because I am planning to do every day, I am also planning to do very small illustrations, sometimes probably just doodles, and not big full pieces that are like an example of my style or anything. I am mainly hoping to teach myself how to use these art supplies I'm going to be showing you. First, we have some classics. I have these micron pens. What are they called? Pigma Micron, and I've got a 0.1, a 0.3, and a 0.5. I use these only usually for final touches on paintings. I don't use them for pre-line work because they bleed with water. So I've noticed that the fancier the pen is in black, the more likely it is to run when you use water with it. I don't know if that's because the cheaper ones are made of gel or what. So these are more for my final touches, and for Inktober I plan to use them for my actual line art because I'm going to be using markers and other pens for my other colors, so I won't have to worry as much about bleeding. And I also plan to use these for some solo black and white pieces. Then we have these, which are some paint pens, sort of. They have gold and silver ink and they go on nice and opaque. I use them when I need some sparkly finishing touches for my pieces again. Before I start swatching, I want to tell you about this. I've got some marker paper now and it's bleed proof, so I'm hoping that unlike the last time I tried to use Copic markers, this will actually allow me to blend them. So these are the swatches of my microns. This is a swatch of my silver and gold stuff, which you can only see at certain angles, and these are the swatches of these, which are Firefly alcohol markers. I've got how many? 24. And I did the individual color swatching before I started filming, but I wanted to leave the blending test for the filming. So we're gonna see whether this works on this paper or not, which of course also depends on whether I'm doing it correctly, which I may not. From what I've learned from the tutorials and videos I've been watching, you have to be fairly quick with it or it won't work. So we're seeing how good it's doing. That looks pretty good. It's certainly a lot better than it was when I tried the other paper. Let's see if the dark color also works. Not quite as well. Let's see if I add a little more of this, if it helps at all. Maybe? I don't think it's perfect, but it is much better than when I was trying to use regular paper. So hopefully I might be able to teach myself something about blending using this paper. Let's try some other colors. Oh hey, that looks good. It's definitely turning orange. Oh yeah, that's good. How much has this destroyed my yellow marker though? It's still orange. There we go, that's back to its original color, almost. Okay. Well, that blended pretty good. Although this is evidently a very strong red. This is number 10. It is called Deep Red. You probably can't read that, but it's called that, so I might be careful when I'm blending that color. But overall, that's quite an improvement on my last attempt at alcohol markers, so I'm very happy with that. And the other type of ink that I'm going to be using are these things. They're gel pens. I've been using these to add details to my pieces for quite a while. I love them. The ones on this side go on opaque. The ones on this side go on clearer. I haven't tried as many of the clear ones, so that can be something else I'm experimenting with. There's 100 of them total. Let's go down to the bottom here so I don't... Oh, what's happened? What's happened? The ink has apparently receded, but that's the gold one. It flows a lot less freely than... Where have I put them? Than these ones. These flow a lot freer and go on thicker, but they can also be too free and make a mess. Let's see, some more space over here. That's another of them. So I really love these pens, and I'm very excited to use all these markers and use this paper and explore using these. I'm going to be linking below some of the art YouTubers who inspired me the most, who use these types of things, both alcohol markers and black and white ink pieces. So find those below. Enjoy. I will see you during Inktober. Bye!